The COVID-19 pandemic has affected all small businesses in the U.S. Virgin Islands, but there is help to move your business forward. The Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center is available to assist entrepreneurs and small businesses. The VISBDC is the territory's #1 resource for small businesses and is sustained by the University of the Virgin Islands and the U.S. Small Business Administration. The VISBDC is nationally accredited and provides one-on-one advising, business education training, and technical assistance at no cost. Attend workshops by experts from both the public and private sectors. From idea generation to exit strategies, the staff at the VISBDC are ready to assist you. So don't wait. Call, email, or visit them on the web at www.visbdc.org and Facebook, or simply download their mobile app on the Apple or Google Play Store. Just search VISBDC. Discover how they can help your business grow and succeed.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to VISBDC Webinar Tuesdays with the SBA. We have collaborated to bring you this series of webinars to help USVI small business owners further connect and benefit from what the SBA PR and USVI District Office has to offer. Just a friendly reminder to put your questions in the chat, and they will be addressed by the presenting SBA team either in the chat or later during the question and answer segment. A copy of the presentation is available upon email request to info@visbdc.org. We encourage you to take a few minutes after this training to fill out the training survey that will let us know how we are doing. Senior Area Manager Wayne Huddleston, the floor is yours.
All right, good morning, and thank you, Sharika, and thank you to everyone at the SBDC for hosting this for us. My name is Wayne Huddleston. I'm the Senior Area Manager for the Small Business Administration here in the Virgin Islands. As many of you may know, we have regular webinars on a variety of topics, many of which are hosted by our resource partner, the Small Business Development Center here. So today's webinar and next week's are going to be focused on government contracting. Today's webinar will be focused on building your capability statement. Our business opportunity specialist from Puerto Rico, Mr. Eduardo Velez Torres, will be providing this presentation. He is an expert on government contracting and how to help your business capture the eye of contracting officers, how to identify the right contracts for you, and how to be prepared to compete for those effectively. So today we're going to focus on your capabilities narrative, how contracting officers look at that to gather information about you and help them make decisions on who to pursue when they're trying to give a contract or seeking small businesses to compete for a contract. But I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to hand it over to Eduardo to have him go through it. We'll all stay on at the end. If you have any questions regarding this presentation or anything related to the Small Business Administration, we'll be happy to stay on at the end and answer your questions. But with that, I'll turn it over to you, Eduardo.
Thank you, Wayne. Good morning, everyone. Thank you to the USVI SBDC, as always, for the invite this morning. We're really excited every time we get the chance to talk to you guys about SBA opportunities and federal contracting. So let's get right to it. My name is Eduardo Velez Torres. I am one of 2 business opportunity specialists assigned to the Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Island SBA District Office. We mainly work with firms that get certified in the 8A Business Development Program. We work with hub-zone, woman-owned, veteran disabled firms, and mainly firms that want to do business with the federal government, businesses that want to start, just developing a firm from scratch. We offer a variety of trainings, on different topics like this one: how to prepare a capability statement, how to build a business plan, how to sell to the federal government, among many others. So when you get a chance at the end of the presentation, we are going to share the link for the Puerto Rico USVI webpage for SBA. So please go in, get registered so that you can participate in upcoming events that we offer free of charge. As well, please go into the USVI SBDC webpage so that you can register for their courses as well. They offer a ton of excellent trainings on multiple federal contracting and business development topics, okay? So with that out of the way, let's start today. So I always like to start just by saying, you know, this presentations that we offer, we try to go into all the specifics that we can, but we don't want you guys falling asleep, okay? I know this is a ton of information. I know sometimes it can get a little technical, but just, you know that we try to prepare these presentations so that you guys, you know, they're going to be sweet and short and to the point, okay? So that you get the idea that we're trying to, you know, state, so that you understand the message that we're trying to get out there, and specifically talking about today, so that you're able, you know, to get your hands dirty immediately and, you know, start working on your capability statement. So today we are gonna identify why it is important that you, number one, build a capability statement, and number two, build a solid, okay, capability statement. We're gonna go through the key components, the things that you cannot, you know, leave out of your capability statement. We're gonna learn how a capability statement is gonna be a super effective tool so that you can market yourself with federal agencies. And we're gonna show you guys some examples at the end of how a capability statement looks. So, you know, you're gonna be able to put everything that we learned today, you're gonna be able to see it, colors, letters, everything. In one sentence, a capability statement is gonna be the resume for your company. You know that when you start looking for a job, you have to prepare a resume. And on that resume, you put everything that you have to offer. Your professional experience, your education, your job experiences, your capabilities, you know, computer, analytical, organizational skills. So we're gonna do the same exercise, but for our company. So a capability statement is gonna tell potential client. Today we're gonna focus on the federal government, right? You're gonna be able to tell them who you are, what it is that you do, and how it is that you are different from the competition that is out there. The federal government is the world's largest buyer of goods and services. So it's definitely, you know, it's always getting more competitive, you know, it's never gonna be the other way around. So it's very important that you understand that and you focus on making your capability statement, you know, different with all the information that you know that your company has, that is gonna differentiate you from the company, okay? And remember, a capability statement is not gonna be something that is only left to be done for this, you know, big companies, or, you know, companies that have millions and billions of dollars in contracts with the federal government. Everyone that wants to do business with the federal government has to have a capability statement. So when you're ready to sit down and start making your capability statement, there are some key factors that you have to take into consideration before you start typing. So once, obviously, you know what it is that you sell, whether it's a supplier or service. So once you identify the agency that you're after, same as when you're preparing a resume, you're not going to prepare the same resume for every company, you know, that you're going to send out the resume to. You're going to tailor make it so that it fits the job description that they're asking for, you know, depending on what they're looking for. It's the same when you prepare a capability statement. So it's not going to be the same if you're trying to sell, to DoD, Homeland Security, those agencies that a lot of times require clearances, more specific IT certificates, employees with clearances, that sort of stuff. It's not, those agencies operate under a more strict set of conditions, right? If you want to sell to GSA, Department of Interior, Department of Labor, agencies that are not that strict, you can modify your capability statement so it's not as intense, right? As if you're going to prepare a capability statement to sell something to the CIA that, they're probably going to require a lot of specifics, okay? So the first thing that you want to do is identify what agencies it is that you want to sell to, okay? We're going to prepare a capability statement on a PDF so that you're able to print it and have it, on paper, and so that you're able to send it via email, okay? Also, we're going to prepare a business card, but it's not going to be your average business card because, maybe a lot of you already have a business card. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a miniature version of a capability statement. What you can do is take your business card and put all the information on the front, your name, company name, contact information, cell phone, web address, all that good stuff. And on the back, we're going to put some of the information that you're going to see that we're going to put on the capability statement, such as your company's DUNS number, your cage code, and your NAICS codes, okay? We're going to see further ahead how it is that we're going to put this information on the document. So just bear with me. We're gonna get to that part soon. Remember that your capability statement is your biggest the biggest marketing tool that you have. Is going to be your capability statement. So remember that I told you guys that it's a resume. So same as a resume, the capability statement should be a 1 to 2 page at the most document in which you're going to put everything, your specialty, expertise, all the capabilities that you have as a company, everything that differentiates you from the competition, certifications that you have, employees with specific set of skills that you have, any license, absolutely everything that you think is going to differentiate you from the company, you're going to put it there because that's the opportunity that you have to when a contracting officer sees it, he's going to want to call you. He's going to want to contact you and do business with you, okay? Many agencies, when they put out a solicitation and the package that you are going to submit, let's take, for example, if it's a request for proposal, at the moment of submission, a lot of agencies require that you submit a capability statement, okay, with your bid. So you may have a contracting officer that puts out a RFP and, he receives, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 packages from companies. The first opportunity that he has to start putting, companies aside that don't meet the minimum requirements, even before going to the RFPs, is checking your capability statement, okay? Another thing is, if you are looking to do subcontracting opportunities in the federal government, a prime contractor looking for subs may require you to submit a capability statement, okay? It's like same as if a company was evaluating a resume, okay? So the 3 standard types of capability statements that we have is your, classic 1-page document. You may have a 1-page front and back. You may have a brochure that, a three-way fold document. I have seen in matchmaking events, for example, construction companies that have a small, I don't want to say book, but kind of brochure that has maybe 4, 5, 6 pages. If you think you have the information, pictures, and past performance documentation that can fill that document without being a waste of time for someone to read and go through all that document, if you think you have it, I've seen documents, that I've seen companies that make it work. It's not the norm, okay? It's not the norm. It's not what we recommend, but there are companies that do it, in a very tasteful way, and it works. So do your exercise. You can go into Google and look for, examples of federal capability statements. And after you do all your exercise, then you come up with your final product, okay? Also, when sometimes federal agencies conduct events in which they invite companies to do a sales pitch of their companies, you need to be prepared to do a presentation. So once you have your capability statement ready, you can prepare a small, short presentation, maybe 10 slides tops, in which you divide your capability statement, okay? A lot of agencies, when they do these activities, they just, they give the firms, maybe 2, 3 to 5 minutes. I don't think it's gonna go all the way to 5 minutes, but something along the lines of, from 2 to 5 minutes. So try to time your capability statement presentation within that time frame. Okay, so the 5 key areas, the things that you cannot leave out of your capability statement are the 5 bullets that we have here. If there's one slide that's important from this presentation, it's this one, okay? This is what a capability statement is composed of, okay? Your core competencies for your company. This is where you're gonna put all your expertise as it relates, as we were talking at the beginning, as it relates to the specific agency that you're after, okay? Remember, the federal government is a client, is gonna be your client. So they're looking for something to buy, and you are the company that's gonna provide them, that you're the one that's gonna fill that need, okay? So in the core competencies is where you're gonna put, okay, the bread and butter of what you do in your company. Your differentiators, as we were talking about in the beginning, absolutely everything that you have, whether it's, licenses that you have, if you do construction, if you have a demolition license, an explosives license from the ATF, if you work on shipyards, if you have divers that have specific licenses, if you do construction, if you have employees that have the drones licenses, absolutely everything that differentiates you from the company, you put it there. Your past performance, this is going to be extremely important, because this is going to be your references, okay? If you've done jobs before for the federal government, state, pharmaceutical, private companies, absolutely everything as it relates to the work you're after, put it there, okay? Your company data. So I don't know how many of you have already created your SAM.gov account, if you have your DUNS number, cage code, if you've identified your NAICS codes. So absolutely everyone that wants to sell something to the federal government, you need to have an account created on SAM.gov, okay? You're gonna put absolutely all your contact information. It's your profile, okay? It's gonna have all the information. And if you have, once you start getting your certifications from SBA, your 8A certification, HubZone, Woman-Owned, you're gonna put all that information there, okay? Once you get your DUNS number, that's gonna be your ID number for the federal government. You need to put it there. your cage code if you want to do business with DoD. And your next codes is going to be your industry codes. Okay, that's going to be the code that is the description of what you do. Okay, if you sell something, a supply, a service, you're going to have a 6-digit number that's going to define, okay, what you do. If you do general construction, your next is going to be 236220. Okay, you can go into the census.gov webpage and you can search for your specific industry. Okay, contact information, name, email, webpage, LinkedIn, you know, everything, every contact information that you have, you're going to put it there. Okay, remember, the main purpose of your capability statement is a marketing tool. So as such, you should be very aware at the time of when you're preparing the document that you leave, you know, that you don't have grammatical errors, that you leave the spaces, you know, the spacing where you need to put it, your margins on the document. You know, colors should be, it should have, the coloring shouldn't be that intense. Okay, so sometimes when you can do a test run and you can print it, and if you see that if you feel that you have colors that are, you know, too neon, too bright, too intense, you can maybe dial it down. Okay, so that the person that is reading the document doesn't get tired through the process. Okay, as I mentioned, it is extremely important because I've seen it happen before. When you prepare your capability statement, before you head out to the print store, don't, you know, make sure that you read it and give it to someone, you know, give it to your secretary, to your wife, to your husband, to your neighbor, you know, go over it, check it, double check it, triple check it, because once you get it to the print, you may print out, you know, 200, 300 of these documents on nice paper. You know, it's an investment that you're gonna do, and if it has an error, you're gonna have 300, 400 errors. Okay, and it's not like you can put a magic eraser, you know, on it. And I've seen it happen. I remember I was one time I was on at a I think it was a matchmaking event, and I saw this awesome capability statement. Colors were great. The lettering, the font was perfect. Everything, margins, absolutely everything. It is one of the best capability statements that I have seen. And in the name of the owner of the firm, there was an error, a letter. And I remember I after she gave it to me, a couple minutes after that, I started, you know, reading it, and I saw it, and I left the booth just to go after her and let her know, hey, you have a mistake here. And some months later after that, I saw her and she told me, you know, I had to throw away, I don't remember if it was 500 or 1,000 of the capability statements, and had them redone. Anyways, it's important that it doesn't have mistakes, because you want to create a sense of trust on the individual that you're handing out the document. Okay, if you're gonna put, you know, I have extremely good attention to detail, you know, you can't have a mistake on the document. So make the capability statement brief and to the point. Okay, don't fill the document with unnecessary, you know, wording to fill out spaces. Make sure that all the information that is there is, you know, straight to the point. And always remember to make it a specific target to the agency that you need. Okay, to the agency that you're going after. So if you're going, you know, after contract with, I don't know, GSA, and if you have all these clearances for DoD and DHS, and you know that GSA doesn't need all of that, you don't need to put it there. Okay, because a contracting officer is not, they don't need that to know that information. You don't need to to use all that space. Okay, make the colors nice, you know, try to look for a nice pattern, color patterns, so that the person that is reading it doesn't get tired. try to stick with your, if you have a company and you have, your colors, SBA has blue and red, you're never going to see me use colors other than those on a presentation. Those are the colors that define, right, that identify us as an agency. So, and people start recognizing the colors and the letters as soon as they see them. So try to stick with your colors and your logo for your company, okay? We're gonna make, you can do a PDF searchable document. Remember, PDF, Adobe, or if you use another program, they have a couple of features so that you can secure and lock the document so that it's not changed. But so you feel comfortable sending it to someone, just sign it, lock it, and leave it as a searchable document. And this, right? We're gonna put everything, all of our certifications, the core competencies, past performance, all of that good stuff. We're gonna see it soon, okay? As we were talking about earlier, depending on the agency that you're going after, if you can elaborate on your on the corporate data that you want to put on the document. So if you feel like you need to specify, if you think that the agency needs to know that you have multiple facilities or locations, you can put it there. If you need to put specifics on company data, like if you feel the agency needs to know this, the amount of employees that you have, the revenue that you've created on the past years, resources that you have, whether it's manpower, equipment, tools, you can put it there. It's insurance, bonding capacity. On the contact information, you can decide if you want to put the PO box or a physical address, or if you just want to put the city or state. So this is going to depend on once you establish the agency that you're after and the specifics of what you want to put there, you can play in how much you want to put in this section, in the corporate data section, okay? The core competencies section, they're gonna let you start creating a description of what it is that you do. If you do, I always like to use this number, if you do general construction 236220, it's important that you establish, that you have a construction company, that you have X amount of years in existence, that you have acclimated to the changes in technology, that you have knowledge in the newest equipment and tools, and that you have qualified employees to perform the job that you're after. So it's important that you put that information in the core competency section. On your qualifications, this is the part where you're gonna do the exercise on why is it that you're submitting for a specific opportunity. An RFP, RFQ, RFI may come out, and if you don't have the qualifications, to present a bid for that opportunity, you obviously shouldn't. So this is the part where you're gonna put, I am able to apply, to this RFP because I have the qualifications, whether it's employee, tools, technology, to apply for this specific opportunity. Okay, why is it that your company has the ability to apply for that specific RFP? Your differentiators, this is extremely important, because again, we're going to have a couple of we're going to have a contracting officer reviewing a couple of maybe a couple of capability statements, maybe dozens of capability statements. So this is why you need to put the information that your client wants to know, right, about your company, why he should choose you instead of another company another company from another individual from the competition. Okay, what do you have that separates you from the competition? How is your company going to create an advantage, you know, if selected for that opportunity? Okay, we're going to see absolutely everything that we're going through. We're going to be able to see it soon on an example, and you're gonna be able to put everything together. Your corporate data, remember that we were talking about, once you have your specific agencies identified, you can play in how much information you want to put in and how much information you want to leave out. Okay, so this is where we're going to put name, address, email, LinkedIn, DUNS number, cage code, NAICS codes. Okay, so always have your capability statement up to date. If you've done recent jobs, you know, try to those past performance situations, you need to keep them up to date. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's put absolutely everything that we went through. Let's put it on some examples. Remember, this is only the only purpose of me showing you these examples is so that you can see colors, lettering font, you know, the organization. You have to do the exercise of how you want to do this. Your colors, your font, your organization, you decide. This is just, okay, an example. So we have on top your capability statement description of the company. Here you have your core competencies that we were talking about. What it is that you do, what it is that you sell, what it is that you have to offer. Your NAICS codes. If you have, here you have your company, your contact info. I love this example of a capability statement because if you don't have past performance that you think is significant yet to put it on your capability statement, you can replace it with the success stories. This is excellent, you know, the way they did this. And this is an example of the differentiators that I was talking to you guys about. Licensed, bonded, insured, you know, any certification that you have, put it there. Here you have another example. All the sections are there: core competencies, past performance, your differentiators, your company data. Okay. Your contact information. This is another example. I don't remember if this is a 2-page. No, this is a 1-page. You have here all the sections, certifications, NAICS codes, past performance, contact information. This document, I do not like it that much, but I love to put it here because why I don't like it, I feel like all the information is kind of compressed too much. I feel like you get tired and just it's too much info on such a one-piece paper. I would have put it on two-pager, but I put it here so that you know how it looks, how you can, from this, how you can create maybe a 2-pager instead of this one. This is another example. Here in the past performance section, he put the numbers. Maybe if you're going after opportunities that are near this amount of money, you may want to put that specific numbers there. Here we have a 2-pager capability statement. I think this one is directly from the U.S. Department of Health webpage. Your core competencies, qualifications, certifications, past performance, next codes, contact info. So that is it from my part. This is the contact information for the Puerto Rico and USVI district office for SBA. Here you have our link. Please go in, get registered for the upcoming courses. This is my contact information, my email and phone number, as well as my partner, Mariano Torres. He's the other BOS for the office. We also have here the contact information for Mr. Huddleston and Ms. Lisa Chameli from the USVI. If you guys need to contact us, please feel free to do so. If you have any questions, the presentation is going to be shared with you guys. Here we have the SBA resource partners contact information, SBDC, SCORE, and the Veterans Business Outreach Centers. So that is all from my end. If you guys have any questions, I am here. Let me know, guys, when you need me to stop sharing.
Thanks, Eduardo.
So while
Yes,
we
sir.
wait for questions to be placed in the chat, everyone in the meeting has a copy of the presentation in PDF format that you can download. And I'll just take this time to say that the SBDC has so much more in store for USVI small businesses. You can visit our website at www.visbdc.org, download the VISBDC app on your mobile device, like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google My Business, and subscribe to the VISBDC YouTube channel for new uploads of on-demand webinars. Coming up in the near future, this evening we have SCORE with international e-commerce for small businesses. On the 23rd at 10 a.m., we have a USVI veteran focused webinar entitled Is Your Business Idea the Right Idea? Also on the 23rd at 11:30 a.m., we have employer guidance in our COVID-19 world. And on the 29th of this month, we have SBA Webinar Tuesday back with SAM. That's System Award Management, sam.gov. I don't see any questions in the chat as yet. But we leave the floor open for a few more minutes just to see if anyone needed to say anything. Here's a question. Do you recommend having the capability statement on your website, Eduardo?
You can do it. I think the best way of getting it, out there is sending it, preparing maybe a letter of intent and sending it to whoever it is that you want to do business with. So if you get the contact information for your federal agencies, you can send an email to the contracting officer, with a short email. When I say letter of intent, it's basically an introduction email saying, this is my company, this is who I am. If you need anything, attach is my capability statement. If you're looking for a specific, sole source opportunity, or also you can do this exercise with pharmaceutical companies, state government, basically anyone that you want to do business with, you can send it. But yeah, sure, you can put it on your website, of course.
Okay, thank you for your response. So I guess we can go ahead and close. We don't have any further questions. Great job, Eduardo. Thank you so much for coming and presenting this presentation for the VISBDC.
Yes, ma'am. You're very welcome. Thank you as always for the invite.
Thank you everyone for your time, and on behalf of the entire VISBDC network, Have a great rest of day. And just a friendly reminder that we have SBDC Day coming up tomorrow for the entire territory. Our governor has declared a proclamation for us to celebrate VISBDC Day. So we look forward to connecting in person with businesses and entrepreneurs in person tomorrow. So look out for us and we'll come to you and shake a hand. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.